will take you right into the intro. Let's turn up the cam. All right.
Home in the valley, home in the city, home isn't pretty, ain't no home for me. Home in the darkness, home on the highway, home isn't my way, home I'll never be. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. Time is the essence, time is the season, time ain't no reason, got no time to show. Time everlasting, time to play these sides. Time ain't on my side, time I'll never know. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Now I want to tell you what's wrong from what's right. I've seen suns that were freezing and lives that were blue. But I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you.
Hey, let me get this off the screen. I feel like total crap. I probably shouldn't have scheduled this or canceled it. One or the other. But, oh well, I didn't, and here I am. I'll try to hang. Sir Duke, not tonight. Get away from my cords. I will send you to the moon right now. A one-way ticket, dude. Yeah, he don't give two shits. He's like, send me. Dr. Vance was in the house. Uh-oh, Ernie. Oh, boy. Hey, Chico. Hey, Hope. Hey, Darby. Hey, Stephanie. Did y'all see that thing about Upchurch at his concert. I guess people actually go to his concerts. I was kind of not gonna lie. I was kind of shocked at how many people were there. I mean, I don't know, but he actually did something decent, and you know, most performers wouldn't have done what he did. Actually, we seen when mayhem breaks out what happens at at venues. But I might show a little bit of that. I can't show it all because he'll copyright strike you for his music. But the music don't come in till the end. It's just a short thing anyway. It's only like 8 to 10 minutes. Will you please quit calling me? Go play with your toys. My cord is not your toy. Leave my cords alone. Sir Duke, I'm really going to send you to the moon. You really don't think I will, but I will. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, everyone watching it, but I know it's summer, but I would swear I have the flu. I know, that's what I feel. I feel you, Stephanie. Stephanie, that's what I feel like. I feel like total crap. I honestly, once I set this, I honestly was going to cancel it, reschedule it for another time, but eh, I'm here. We'll see how it goes. I can always end it and pick it up later. I don't know. I think I'm just tired and stressed and all the above. Hey, Marcy. Hey, Language of Horses. Anybody want a Sir Duke? Hey, Gma. Because he's going to need a little place to hide. Upchurch. Ryan Upchurch. What did he do? I'll show you. I don't know. I hope you do too, Stephanie. Hey, Melissa. You make some good little funny cartoons. You know that? All right, Sir Duke, you're going on the auction block. Only I'm going to have to pay someone to take you instead of me making money. He's not paying me a bit of attention. He's just doing what the hell he wants to do, which is wrapping around my cords. Oh, wonder if the moon would really take him. Well, you can buy a seat on a shuttle. You just don't actually go to the moon and, stop. It's just like a ride. But it's like $1 million one way, I mean, y'all can help me scrape up the meal. We don't have to do a round trip. I'm kidding. Okay. Hey, Lorton girl, good to see you. Hey, Patricia. I'm so upset with the recent behavior of Android Grifter, aka Bullhornbetty, crime tourist. Oh, I mean, it's sick and hope she gets arrested and fined and everything else Ellie can attach to her disobedience of the law. Yeah, but she amps it up. I'm driving Goodwill 70% off for 3 days. My truck is full for $27. See, the Goodwill's run, it doesn't never have anything too good. And when they do, the price is so high you could go buy it new. You know? Uh, I think they need new management at the one up here. Yeah, see, I didn't even know people went to his concerts, Chico. I was, I'm not going to lie, I was shocked that people actually go listen to him. Okay. Um, the guy does do some good things here and there, but it it don't take away from everything else, and I just can't. But I'll show you what he did because for once, I don't think he was actually thinking about his ass because he wouldn't have got sued. The vendor would have got sued, not him. So that was the first thought that came into my head was he trying to avoid being sued? But no, it wasn't because of mayhem. So yeah, I don't know. I didn't realize how tubby he was either. Isn't he going to be a daddy soon or something? Who else is having a kid? Oh, And look, I know everybody's all patting T-Rev 757 on the back. Finally stepping up to the plate. How old are his kids? They look pretty old, okay? It's been years, number one. And number two, just because he shows a picture and goes to see him one time, no, dude, stay stepped up. Let's see if he stays stepped up. Or did he do it because everybody was getting on him, all his info was out, and she was finally going to be able to prove he had income and he was going to pay the money any damn way? Is it all facade? Is he going to stay stepped up? Is he going to continuously visit them kids and pay his child support, take care of them kids? Now that they look like they're close to teenagers, if not young teenagers. I mean, they look to be at least 12, 13 years old. I could be wrong, but and yeah, I'm not talking about the kids. I'm talking about him as a dad. Come on, we all know. Okay, um, I'm just not ready to buy it because I've dealt with people like that, like him, all my life. He's got to do more than one show. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. That's it, Chico. Exactly. And hey, Daddy's baby girl. And he made sure, hey, Thor, he made sure he put it everywhere too so everybody would see it. Why do you think that is? Number one, why the hell you want to put your kids on YouTube? Or even on your YouTube Facebook page? You know how YouTube is. What the fuck's wrong with you? You didn't even black out their faces or nothing. What is wrong with you? You know you have enemies. You know there's sickos on here. I mean, it was all show. See what I'm doing. See, I'm daddy of the year. Yeah, no, no, no. Mm-mm. Dealt with too many deadbeat dads like you. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. When your money's all paid up and you're in their lives on a regular basis and continuing to support them, then, then I'll give you your kudos. But I'm not giving you kudos for doing a one-time visit in years. Their kids basically grew up without you. I gotta go get me something to eat. My fridge went out, so I'm having to eat out every night. Oh my gosh, yeah, that would kill the budget. I would lose it because yeah, family of four. Yep, nope. It's so expensive to eat out. I would never ever in a million years put either of my grandchildren on here, and definitely not my granddaughter. Absolutely not. Yeah, no. I hear you on the fridge part. Oh, yeah, that would be awful for me because I'd have to order out because to be delivered because of the way my husband works. Which no, they've raised the price of the food. Then there's the price for the delivery, and then on top of that, you gotta pay a tip because they don't give the driver none of the delivery fee. It's insane. I mean, if I wanted to order the kids some McDonald's, it'd be 30 something freaking dollars to have it delivered from freaking McDonald's. Okay, it was like $33 and some change. I'm like, it's freaking McDonald's. It you can't use none of the coupons on delivery or none of their specials on their apps. You can't use none of that stuff for delivery. That's only if you're picking up or going through drive through or whatever, you know. Yeah, you can't use it for delivery. And that's insane. I hear you, Chico. I hear you. All that money we put into the truck and now something's going on with the transmission. My husband said that's what he told them was part of the issue, which he was telling them for over a year, and nobody would listen until then they fixed that part, but they didn't fix it all. I don't know what's going to happen now. I know I'm over it, and that's it. That truck is babied. It is. so well taken care of. It just pisses me off. And it's what, 5 years old? We should not be having the problems with it we are. I'll never buy a Chevy pickup again. Never. And they don't honor their damn recalls. It's going to take me, if I get that money back, it's going to take me years. And they don't give you interest. But anyway, so I figured today, I know y'all got to be about Betty'd out because everybody is covering Betty. I'm Betty'd out. I didn't even, you know what? I'll look and see what she did. Um, but I figured we could look at some other locales for a change. Um, oh my God. She's got one scheduled for 8 o'clock. I am always in trouble. And she has a picture of Sebastian Rogers on her thumbnail. I'm always in trouble at the Proudfoot home. Oh my God. She just doesn't stop. She doesn't ever freaking stop. Betty, you have no idea what their home life was like. But anyway, I just figured we could take a look at some other people for a minute. My wife and I hardly ever go out to eat, and we order 2 medium pizzas and order breadsticks and a brownie, and it was $52. Yep, it's crazy. That's why when the kids ask me for pizza, I'm like, oh guys, it's like I'll go pick it. I'd rather do it on the weekends when my husband's home. We can go pick it up, but to have it delivered, by the time you pay for everything, it's just, even going to pick it up is expensive. But she doesn't even she doesn't even after getting called out. She just doubles down. Yeah, she does. I can't believe she's gonna do that live. I don't know. But her acting a fool all the time. The other locales are getting away with everything. As always, use the mobile apps. Yeah, but the thing is, you can't use none of their discounts on the mobile apps around here because I've tried. You can't. I can't with Wendy's, Popeye. No, nowhere. McDonald's, nowhere. Not if you're getting delivery. And depending on the restaurant, they charge you anywhere from $3.99 to as much as $7.99 for a delivery fee on top of, and they don't give none of that to the driver. That pisses me off. They keep that. On top of the menu price goes up when you order food for delivery. Hey, Robert. I mean, come on. Uh, 4 chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A and a little small, uh, their fries. They're not fries though. They're fries, but waffle fries, and a little thing of nuggets was almost 40 freaking dollars. I was like, for what? And that was before the tax and delivery fee. But when I ordered it just to pick it up, it was like $10 cheaper before the tax and delivery fee. That's how much they raise the price on the food when you order for delivery. But y'all got me to try Chick-fil-A, and now I'm hooked. Now I'm hooked. I just wish they would use the same buns that Popeyes does with their chicken. I used to love our Popeyes, but people get lazy, and that shit is so greasy now that you got to squeeze the grease out of it first. No, see, I'm not eating that. which also means their grease is old and needs changed. Um, but yeah, and then they quit doing fish altogether, so that stepped out my husband. So there's no reason to go there anymore. But they did have the best chicken sandwiches at one time. Hey, hey, Street. Betty was looking for you. She was looking for a one-way street the other day. She was looking for you. So I will show you Upchurch first, and then we'll get in. Because this, like I said, I didn't even think, I didn't know he put on big concerts. I don't follow the dude. I don't, I'm not much of a, I don't like country music. Okay, I never have. I've never hid that fact. I know a couple people got mad at me and actually unsubbed me because I said I didn't like country music. I'm just not I've never been a country music fan. I don't like hard rock. I don't like headbanging rock. Never did. Gives me a freaking headache and it's stupid. Can I headbang? Yeah, had to. My husband. But yeah, not my cup of tea either. I prefer jazz and R&B. That's just jazz has always been my thing. Even as a kid. Oh no, get me don't like hard rock. Well, okay, maybe not that I don't. It's just not. There are a few decent songs. I'll give you that. But it's just if I had my choice, no, you can't dance to it. At least I can't. And I took dance for years, and I just never got into the heavy metal beat. Oh my gosh, I remember when everybody was punk rockers. Oh dear God, the damn dance floors would shake. They'd be stomping them feet so hard. I would lose. I would crack up laughing. Um, these girls in their little tutu skirts. Oh, it was hilarious. I got to be able to feel the music. I don't know. Hey, Steven's Adventure. I like to dance. The Dead Kennedys. I'm a traditional country classic and southern rock blues type of guy. Well, I like blues, especially in New Orleans. I'm sure, shit. I'm sure there's some. Oh, I'd love to go down there and go to some of the good blues clubs. Yeah. Just send me on a beach with some reggae singers, some good umbrella drinks, a bowl of gummies, and a bowl of blunts, and I'm good. I got these damn things. My neighbor gave me these damn things. They're called unbleached cones, zigzag cones. I know how to use this shit. I'm old school. We use zigzag papers, okay? I don't know how to use this shit. And it looks like it would take all my green. So, yeah, we'll put those away for a rainy day. Someday I may figure it out. Probably not, but you never know. Ryan Upchurch. Yeah, he's probably going to try to strike me for this, but that there's a Ryan Upchurch here where I live. Are you kidding? Somebody with the same name? Oh my god! I wonder if there's a Bullhornbetty. Better not be because she's only like not even 3 hours from me to begin with. I don't need one right here in my freaking town. But I never thought about that. I think it was a video. It was uploaded as a video. Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't on. Maybe it was on Upchurch fans. Yeah, because this one is 7 days ago. He has some whacked out videos, man. People say he's super talented. You know what? How come all the real talented are fucking whack jobs, man? Why are they all whack jobs? What'd you do? Take it down? Why would you take it down? I usually. What do you want? Oh no, here it is. It was on his fans, Ryan Upchurch fans. What time is it? What I the movie, and that's what I expect you to do. You are almost 9 years old. You can handle that. Sit down, please, and watch the movie, or I will put you to bed. You got a choice. Symphony, what did I just say 5 times in a row? She will stand at that door and she will argue with me. Even though I'm telling her she can sit there and watch the movie, she's going to stand there. And I said it how many times? She's going to stand there and argue with me because she doesn't listen when you tell her something. And then she wants to barter with you to bring out all this stuff so she can sit there and watch this movie. Like, I'm not going to fall for her. She should know that by now. Now you just heard me yell. See, you shouldn't have heard. I should have muted. I didn't mean for you to hear me yell, but that's as excited as I get with them. Well, now sometimes I can get a little louder. Okay, I'm gonna have to fast forward through some of this so I don't get struck for his music because he tries to copyright you anyway. He tried me, and I didn't play none of his music, but um, I went right to his ass, right to his channel, and I left the biggest ass comment in bold letters. 2 minutes later, copyright strike was withdrawn. I would have won anyway because I didn't play none of his music. But yeah, I think he's got bigger fish to fry with court cases. I don't know. All right, I think I might have got through the music. Wait a minute. Okay, no, all right. He's wigging out about the heat and stuff. Uh, it's been hot everywhere. I don't think I'm gonna make it through the teenage years again, and I got to do it twice. Oh Lord, she's getting to that where she knows everything stage, and wanting to be cocky. Yeah, and he's not far behind. Whew, I'm gonna need to count to a zillion, probably several times. Hey, Darby, she might be understanding. My daughter has an auditory processor. No, that's just sympathy. Yeah, no, we. It's just part of her ADHD and her. She likes to be the one to think she's made the decision, and she will sit there and continue talking to you and bartering with you even after you tell her 13 times to sit down. It's just sympathy. She's been. I mean, there's nothing they haven't looked over with her because of the situation that she had come from. So, yeah, I have fought hard for this girl to get the things she's had. I shouldn't have to, but you do. And now I know why. Being a foster mom, I see why a lot of foster kids fall through the system because there's a lot of times where foster mom, you got to step up and fight the system for them to get them the help they need. They preach that that's what they do for the kids, but when it comes down to it, it's not. It's all about dragging their feet, and then it just goes by the wayside. You have to stay on it. You, yeah, it's ridiculous. She's my little diva, you know. I created a little diva. She's a good kid, though. She is. She's just her age. Okay, this is him. He's going. I'm going to show you what he did now. People that don't like him, huh? Hey, Molly, we're not staying on Upchurch. This is just going to be a quick little look. There's some other things I want to show you. some locals. We're going to the local farm. Yeah, well, he's a local to an extent. I mean, he don't do it for the money. He does it for the attention because he damn sure. I don't even think he's monetized. Um, I don't think he takes money from anybody. But we're going to go to the local farm where they graze on victims and families. We're going to do some sightseeing at the farm because we all love milk, right?
Bro, they would see why nobody gives a fuck about their sob story. How hot is it today outside? It's too hot to give a fuck. That's for sure.
Dude, you're weird.
Field with no fuck, there ain't no shade in this field, but it's got to be done. Okay. And I'm sitting there cooking my off, right?
Okay, I don't care about that. Okay, this is one of his concerts. I had no idea he draws a crowd like this.
Hey, just pick his ass up, just throw him over the gate, and we'll zip time and go on the show.
Don't be that guy in the crowd causing issues at an Upchurch concert. So apparently someone was doing something that was noticeable, but it has nothing to do with what's going to happen next.
All right, Skins, point out who started. All right, get that out. The one everybody's pointing at, get him out. All right.
Well, he just threw somebody out.
I still love you, but damn, there's a time and place for everything, bro. This is not the place. There's kids. There's a crying little girl right here. Is she okay? Is she okay? You might be the first time. It's hanging up in my house, the one with the chicken on it. Man, I was hired to fried chicken night. It's hanging up. Is she okay? You might be the first time.
Someone's okay.
It's hanging
you hear that?
Is she okay? You might be the
and
first
he's looking
time.
into the audience.
It's hanging up in my house, the one with the chicken on it. Man, I was a weird. It took the time.
Now,
and these lyrics of this song are so impactful to not just to you, to me, man, to me.
He's watching the audience. Watch. There he goes. He's going down to say hi, and then he sees something.
Thank you, brother. I love you. Now that's some holla boys.
Look, okay, watch him. Here he goes. Now he took his jacket off. See him? He goes over the railing into the crowd. Him and his security guys or stage guys, whatever they are, stage hands.
Get him, church.
All these people are standing around.
Get him.
The girl passed out because of the heat and stuff. And him and his crew, the audience didn't give two shits. They were jumping all over the place, still rooting him on. He was watching it all. You pay attention to him on stage. He was paying attention. He seen she wasn't doing well. Right. I give him credit for that. Most performers would have never done that. He got down off that stage, took his jacket off, and went in there with his crew to get that girl out of there because nobody around her was trying to help her. I'm not a Upchurch fan, but I give him credit for that. He seemed to be a little tubby dude, Upchurch.
You're the guy with the gun. The person.
I give him kudos for that. Hey, Sheila. Y'all know I'm not a Upchurch fan. I've reviewed him before. But I give him, it doesn't take away from how I feel. I mean, but that's all I wanted to show you. I don't want to show you any of his concert because I don't, number one, want to get struck, and number two, not my cup of tea. But I just wanted to show you. Most performers would have never done that. And what really pissed me off is all those people standing around her and no one gave two shits that that girl's laying there unconscious on the fucking floor. What the hell is wrong with people? What the hell is wrong with people? Anyway. Who knows why she passed out? It could have been the heat. It could have been a combination of things. I don't know. I don't know if she was okay. I hope she was. I'm just the human race. I don't know about it anymore. I couldn't have just went about my business and jumped around screaming and carrying on. You could clearly see he was talking to the audience, showing stuff. But if you watched him, he was paying attention to what was going on with her. There at the end. Right before he took his jacket off anyway. I couldn't have ignored that. That girl needed help. I don't get people. Okay, third time they're coming to the door in 10 minutes. Yes, sir. You want to sleep in your sister's room? If you sit down and watch the movie and be a good boy, I'll think about it. Fair enough? All right, that's you. Okay. They'll be back at the door within 3 to 4 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Who should we start with first? BrittanyJ Spanky. I know. Every time I go to bring up Justin's channel, I type in Spanky, and I get mad because I can never find it. Well, it's probably because I'm typing in the wrong damn name. Yeah, no? I do like some of his music. It's not like original country. And when I checked him out after he started, She Doesn't Exist, he has a lot of supporters that go to all his concerts and buys his music. Well, yeah, he's got to, Sheila. He's making tons of money. The dude's worth millions. I mean, people are... He doesn't make money on... He doesn't monetize his YouTube channels. And I can't see him asking for PayPals or Cash Apps. I can't see that. And maybe being, becoming a dad and maturing is going to change him. You never know. I haven't watched nothing of his in a minute, but he's got some weird videos. We might have to take a look. But people aren't interested in reviewing him for some. That's my worst numbers ever, was reviewing Upchurch. And second was Spanky. I get why people don't review him, because you review Justin, you're not bringing in big chat numbers. But that's why he gets away with all the crap he pulls, because he knows he's so freaking boring. Nobody wants to review his ass. I swear he does it on purpose. I don't get how he keeps such a large audience. Because if you can't even review him because he's so boring, how can they sit and listen to him for hours? But I think that's part of his shtick. Mm-hmm. He knows that no one's gonna review his ass, and he does get overlooked a lot. And Dolly, people used to review Dolly. Why does no one talk about Dolly anymore? Are they afraid he's gonna strike them? You know, because he's doing even more fucked up shit than ever. I mean, have you listened to the stuff he's been spewing in this case? But that locale no one talks about anymore. He just continues doing his shit and getting worse and worse. Is it true that it's something that because it's guys that they're not getting called out as much? There's a lot of channels on YouTube I know nothing about, don't even know they exist. But I honestly never hardly see anybody call out Josh the Lab either. And he's one of the worst. I don't see hardly anybody calling out T-Rev. You know, I mean, yeah, a couple people do. I've been one of them, but it's like, but look at the women. They get called out a lot. A lot. By a lot. Why is that? The men do just as much. I mean, Spanky's. Hey, Rowena. I get Spanky, though. I get it, because he's really hard to review. Because people don't want to watch him being reviewed. And he's boring as fuck. Okay. He's got, look at all of these. Let me share screen. This is on his backup channel, because I think this is the only one. I think he's monetized on this one. I don't know if he ever got his monetization back on his main channel, but he puts, I don't even know if does he do his main channel anymore? Because I know he has another channel. Hey, Sweet Tea. I don't know. Yeah, he does. Deep. Oh, he puts the same shit. He's pulled. That's right. I even covered that a while back. He's pulling the same shit. Deep dive part 6 on the Proudfoots. You can't do a deep dive when you didn't even have to. Oh my god, I can't. But yeah, he's doing the same shit Betty does. Same content on all channels. And he's already lost monetization once. Why would you want to get hit for reused content? You know they're going to be keeping an eye on you because you already gotten some issues. I don't know, man. But look at his page. These thumbnails. It's hard to believe that with some of these thumbnails that this is a grown man. And a father to boot. I mean, look at how like I said, he's on the locale farm. He grazes off these victims and families. I mean, Elijah Vu, breaking news. Wasn't breaking news, you dickhead. I mean, just look at these thumbnails. Pulling strings. Now he's doing this new thing where he's going back to their first interview with Nancy, or the reporter before Nancy. And he's a body language expert now. And he can tell you exactly what they're thinking and what they're really saying, and without them saying it. Because he can read their movements and stuff. Just like Betty. It's fucking gross, man. It is fucking gross. Here it is. Notice when when the other speaks. New kind of study session. That was part 1. He's doing a part 2. He is an expert now. And he can tell you everything Katie's thinking and what she's really saying, even though she's not saying it. Because her thumb movement told him so. I'm not kidding you. I'm really not kidding you. And this is creator discussion. We're only going to listen to a little bit of each one of these because Spanky's a lot. He's a whole lot. But he has some interesting guests come up on his panel. I'm sure you can figure out who.
It's June 30th, 2024. It is 10:11 p.m. on the East Coast.
Austin, I keep telling you this, and you don't. I like how you do your hair on the top, though, trying to hide where you're losing it, where your hairline's receding. But the thing is, you doing the blonde tips attracts the eye to that. Then you notice the hairline, dude. Seriously. Anyway, I suck at makeup. I've been telling you this for a year. Dude, you do your eyes too dark, and it makes them look little and closed. You could open your eye up some with how you're doing your eye makeup. Seriously. Okay. Just a little tip, you know?
Of the United States. Thank you all so much for joining me.
It's like their body language tells them they're always full of shit, but I digress. Exactly. At least he changed his makeup and he's not orange face anymore. That only took us how long to get him to understand that he needed to quit using the more makeup. What was that, about a year, Sheila? Ambient cells are down with him around. Yeah, you don't need nothing.
Really do appreciate it.
Oh, and by the way, I'm supposed to quit reading chat. Where is everybody tonight? Yeah, I've been told that I need to quit reading my chat so much because I read the chat too much. And that's why I don't get a lot of super chats, because I read everything, so there's nothing for people to super chat and to get their comments right. Can you believe that another creator had the nerve to say that? So you're telling me you ignore your chat on purpose? That's rude. That's ignorant. I'm not doing it. Hey, Brittany.
We're going to have a bunch of different creators up tonight. Looking forward to having them. Our topic is Sebastian Rogers.
The Lolcows Farm. You guys are being let out to graze.
Rogers and Summer Wells. There's just a few rules that I ask everyone, including...
Okay, everybody got their notepads ready? Here come the rules. There is rules for grazing at the Lolcows Farm.
Is just be respectful in chat. Please don't mention any other creators in a negative way. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it. I just don't want any. If you have something positive to say about a creator, great. If you don't, then get me on the next one. Okay, that's all I mean for that.
Well, Justin, it takes you forever to get to a point. If you ever do get to the point, and you do talk about people, so does that mean you can't talk either? Are you going to zip it? That would be fantastic. If you sat there and zipped it, oh.
Yeah, so just be respectful of everyone. That's all. Whether the creator is here on panel or not here, it doesn't matter who it is across the board. Just respect. We are here for missing children, and that is the only thing we should be here for. So thank you all so much for joining me.
Oh, by the way, I'm working on an update. I just started looking at it this afternoon, but I have to check each flyer to make sure I don't miss anything on the live that me and Chico did. So far, I've not found any good updates. But it doesn't matter. I'm still going to do it, and I'm going to update everybody and re-show all the kids as flyers.
Really do appreciate it. I'm going to add a couple creators, and the other ones will come in soon, I'm sure. Hello, Cher. Hello.
Oh, it's the thing in the wall. Wow. Now take that down so we can see who your other guest is. You are so rude. But you got a thing in the wall. Okay.
Ooh, looking glass, I've got you.
Oh, and there's
blocked.
a looking glass. Yeah, okay. That's a looking glass on the bottom. He won't remove his thing so we can see the name. And he cuts her off at the mouth. Maybe that is a reason. But we got a thing in the wall, and we got a half of a looking glass, and we got him. Let's see who's next.
There, let me see if I can fix that, maybe. No. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Sherry, there.
Yeah. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Justin.
Hey.
Hello. Good to see you. I'm trying to take this thing off there.
Hey, Aries. Hey, everyone in chat.
Where'd I put
Good
my
to see everyone.
timestamps?
Did you see, was you in the live that I was just doing?
I was in and out.
Yeah, we was just doing a live. Can you find the summer
Yeah, it was
case online
ridiculous.
somewhere? It's been 3 years long. We've spoken bells. I mean, it's
Her name in the search bar, and you will
What
come
do
up
you
with.
mean it's been 3 years since you spoke about her? You speak about her nonstop. Up until Sebastian, you would go live at least once a day, if not more, about Summer Wells, regurgitating and twisting everything you've already put out there. It's pathetic. How you just exploited that child. And you still do. You still bring her up every chance you get. And this is why we're here tonight.
All kinds of stuff.
And Cher, shut up. You only have a channel because of Summer. Stay in your wall. You lady, the things I've heard from you on this panel, you need that looking glass.
For Summer and as well as Sebastian. Hi,
Yeah,
baby. Hi, Radnella.
there's a lot of people that, Sebastian Rogers, new faces,
Hey,
the name
Faye.
Sebastian Rogers brought in, and they don't know about Summer. So
That's why she's staying in the wall.
that's good, that more people are hearing
No.
about Summer.
The sad thing is, they're not hearing about the children that are missing. What people like you, what you locals have done, has turned their stories, their cases, into a freaking circus. That's what they're looking for, because that's all that's out there. You have made these children's lives nothing but a circus, and a bad one. They're not looking for stuff about the children themselves. They're looking for all of you while your fat asses are out there grazing on the farm. They're watching. They want the bull crap y'all spit out. The drama, the lies. All right, misinformation, wrong, lies. And you people are sick because you're good with it. You're totally good with your behavior. You attack innocent people. You attack victims and their families. Without any evidence, you convict people. You are not judge and jury. You're just fat grazers.
So, Mohawk.
Oh,
Cher, admit you.
Oh, cheek, just a little bite. Just a little bite won't hurt him. I'll come get him. I'll come get him, and you take Sir Duke. Even trade. You take one, I take one. Now leaving on runway 34, Tango is shrimp. This will be a nonstop flight to BHB, Brittany J, and parts unknown. Please sit back, enjoy the chat, and wave as shrimp takes off. Oh my God.
You were listening. Oh yeah, no, I listened to Justin. Like I said, I was in and out.
So we were discussing how Katie, she constantly says he.
Oh, so what? That's just the way she talks. You know nothing about, and it's junk science anyway, Justin. But you know nothing about her. All you've done is seen a couple videos, a couple interviews with her in, and you would think you've known her your whole life.
In that interview, and it's there. You know, she's.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't think she was on that call the entire time, or something.
That's where I got confused listening to you. Yeah, because if she.
Don't worry, thing in the wall. He stays confused. He has no idea what the hell he's saying. So you're fitting right in.
For part of it, it makes it sound like she wasn't on the call now. But I was like, wait a minute, wasn't it a three-way call? So why would Chris say, get back to the house, they're on their way? Like, she would already know that, right?
He's the ruler of the house, huh? He'll take the food, take all of it.
If she was on the call?
Right. Exactly. And also, you know, speaking about Chris's family, they say that they've been searching since 6:30. The family has been searching since 6:30. Well, that means law enforcement didn't get there till 7.
Not true.
At least.
Right. Till 7. And that's a problem because they live about 30 minutes away.
Right. Didn't Chris say that like within 10 minutes or something, law enforcement was at the house?
They were there rather quickly. Justin, you're wrong. Quit lying to your audience. You're wrong about the timeline. Police were there real quick and started off right away. I mean, bells and whistles from the get-go.
Or 8 minutes.
He did say that. He said within 10 minutes they were there.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I thought I heard him say that. Yep.
Unless like it was like in the area. That's
well, I mean, the dispatch call is at 6.
Yeah, you know, Sheila, sadly that happened to me. Yeah, someone gave me a super chat and thought that they could tell me what to do. Had the nerve to say that's what I paid for. Yeah, needless to say, that person's not in my chat no more. Number one, I don't never demand you guys ever give me anything. And this was at the beginning, and it doesn't matter. I would never expect that or demand that of anybody, but I would never tell someone, well, look, I bought a membership to your channel, or I gave you a super chat, so you need to do what I say. I would never do that. And yeah, I wasn't having it be done to me either. Though she tried.
I don't know if it's 6:22 or 6:33, but regardless, that's not 7 o'clock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that would not be 10 minutes either.
No.
Well, and Plant Lady, that's the great question. Why the hell wouldn't she be speaking to law enforcement, 911? She was
okay. You know what? It's not going to do any good to go over everything. It's just not at this point. It's just not. They are tunnel rats. They cannot get out of that tunnel. They will. I'm telling y'all, I'm serious as can be. God himself could come down and show these idiots, and it wouldn't matter. It just wouldn't matter. But Justin, okay, I'll let you play for a minute.
The one home with him. Can you imagine calling it's not, they didn't call 911, but they called a non-911 number.
Yeah, and you know why? Because he was calling from out of town, out of state, as a matter of fact. Why not call directly when you and avoid all the rerouting and chances of getting disconnected and it taking a lot longer? So I get that. And if you want to talk about why did she call her husband first, I get that too. Number one, they weren't thinking, Kate, I'm sure the first thought in her head wasn't, oh, Sebastian ran away. He took off. He's gone. She probably thought he just went out about in the night, you know. I don't think her mind went to worst case scenario right at the start. And there's nothing wrong with her calling her husband. Nothing at all. Nothing weird about it. Nothing unusual. I think Chris made a smart decision calling directly to law enforcement instead of having to go through all the transfers he would have went through, and who knows if it would have even happened and how long it would have taken everything. You people can't see that there's more than one side of things. You see one thing and that's it. You know, there's possibilities here, but you refuse to look at them.
The non-emergency number, which your kid's not missing, that's about as big as an emergency as it gets. But
yeah, right.
You know, saying, yes, can you tell me, you know, what's your emergency? And you know, Chris saying, I'm 3.5 hours away, but my wife just called me.
What did you say, Chica? What, man? That day, someone at me and told me they wanted Rabbit to refund their money because she didn't read the super chat. What? You don't always see them. And when you have a really large chat, it's easy to miss one. I'm sure Rabbit would have said something the next time she was live. That's not how Rabbit rolls. That's not how Rabbit. Wow. Some creators, I believe they do it on purpose. Because some of them think that if you give them anything less than $5 or $10, it's an insult. And I'm like, huh? Don't insult me with $1.99. Be thankful, bitch, you got that $1.99.
And said, my stepchild is missing. They're going to say, where's your wife?
Yeah.
I need to speak with her.
Yeah. That's the first thing they're going to say. I need to speak to someone who was with him.
They were speaking to her. She was on the call. Yeah.
When he went missing, not somebody.
And he wasn't talking to a 911 dispatcher. He was smart and called directly to the police station.
It's 3 hours away.
And I get it. I'm sure Katie was hysterical. She just drove around the little neighborhood and couldn't find Sebastian. I'm sure she was hysterical.
So again, not allowed to call 911.
The dude was big mad. He was at all us mods. I sent her a screenshot and she apologized and said the same thing you just said. She missed it, but take it up with your bank if you want to refund. Exactly. Wow. That's not something Rabbit's not like that. No.
911, just like Candace can't make a 911 call without Dawn's okay, allegedly.
Why are these parents not calling?
Okay. Allegedly, did you just hear? And I don't believe nothing that comes out of the thing from the wall. She needs to stay in that wall. That's a really good place for her. That thing down there, she hadn't said nothing yet. So she still have stuck in her looking glass. You, however. Oh, And I watched some of the reporter room. God, that lady today. Does she not realize that that bright pink background just drowns her out and looks really bad? It just, the whole setup looks bad. But anyway, I can't talk about her tonight because she's so frustrating.
Well, and I have a real problem too, Justin. I've heard them all say, well, sometime between, midnight when Katie went to bed and 6 a.m. waking her up. Why is everyone ignoring the fact she says she sent him to bed at 9 o'clock?
Who's ignoring the fact he was in his room? Which is normally what you do when you go to bed. You go in your room. No one's ignoring that fact.
Heard a thud at 10 o'clock. She went to bed
It
at
wasn't. Oh my God. She heard a noise. During an interview, she was asked to best describe the noise. And she said, I don't know, thud. It was a noise. Do you know how many noises come out of my kids' bedrooms? And hell to the no, I don't run in there with every freaking noise. Because I'd spend my life in that hallway just running between the two bedrooms. Even when they're supposed to be in bed. They're kids. He's also 15. He's not a small child. So I definitely wouldn't have went running in there. I did not just go barging in on my teenage son. They deserve respect just like you do. No, if he pissed me off, that's a different ballgame.
Night. So technically, eyes were not put on that child, allegedly, from 9 p.m. Now they want us to focus on 12 p.m. and 6 a.m., but I'm focused on why do you want to push away the 9 p.m. to 12 p.m.?
Mm-hmm.
Why do we not want to focus on that time frame right in there?
Thank you, Misty. I apologize. I didn't see it. I apologize. That's a great point. I mean, technically, she's saying she didn't see Sebastian for 9 hours. Now, Tammy, I don't know if you have kids or not, but I know Cher does.
Mm-hmm.
And regardless whether you have kids or not, but if you hear a thud in your home, you're going to check it.
It wasn't like that. You're making it sound like that thud was some horrific noise, and it wasn't. Quit making it out to be what it was not. You showed these interviews freaking 5,000 times. You should know them word for word by now. That's exactly why I don't show them. Because, gosh, you guys see them so much. But if you'd rather I do that, I will. But I just thought you guys were like a change up, you know? I mean, I don't know. I haven't got kids at home. I'm still ignoring thuds. Yeah, Patricia, I hear you. It's like, hey, you know, that's a lot of energy to get back up and go back in that bedroom again. No, I'm kidding. Hell, my dog makes that kind of a... she was asked to describe the noise. They're making it out to be like there was this huge thud, and it wasn't like that. The comprehension level is pretty low. Maybe they shouldn't be grazing so much. Maybe I should have put dead grass.
And you're going to check your kids before you go to bed. I don't care who you are.
No, I don't care what you say. I've raised plenty of teenagers, and no, I did not go in their rooms before I went to bed. No, I didn't. And I tuck my littles in every night. And my husband, when he comes home, that's the first place he goes. Into their rooms to give them a kiss on their forehead goodnight. Because they're already sleeping. But yeah, my teenage son and my teenage daughters, no, I didn't go barging in their rooms just to wake them up to say goodnight. Sorry, just didn't do it. They would keep their doors closed and they were entitled to that privacy. Because I said goodnight to them when they went to bed. They're not little kids, they're teenagers. Justin, shut up. There is no. All right. Y'all probably going to be mad at me for this. You know, I don't get on no one's parenting. And this isn't, I feel like crap, Gma. I really do. I guess this is in a way getting on his parenting. But how the hell is this man going to preach to someone? Oh, thank you, Patricia. When clearly he's not spending all that time with his family either. According to him, he has a full-time job on top of multiple YouTube channels and TikTok channels, and he's always on people's panels. He's always on YouTube. I don't even know how the hell he has time for a full-time job. But yeah, so shut up, Justin. You're not with your family. You've got someone else doing it for you. What's your excuse? Oh, you're busy? Well, 15-year-old doesn't need tucked in.
Check. So it doesn't ring right to me.
Like, this sounds lazy as shit, but even if we hear something upstairs, right? Both girls are upstairs. If we hear something, I'm texting them. Everything good up there?
Yes.
Right? Just something like
and
that.
if you didn't get an answer,
I walk up there.
Yeah. But they're
I was muted. Sorry. Thank you, Thor. Anyway, I didn't put no music on, guys. But my banner's up. Okay, this is fair use. It is covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act. It says I can talk about your asses, all right? Go read it. Shit, I'm not reading it to you at this point. I got it, Gma. Thank you. But, yeah. If my son's bedroom door was open or something and he was awake, yeah, I'd peek and say something. But I had already said goodnight when he went to bed. I never went to bed without saying, he never went to bed without saying goodnight. It was just a thing at our house. No, but I'm not going to go barging in my 15-year-old son's room. I'm just, for just say goodnight. I don't know. At 15, my mom didn't check on me either, but then my mom worked 3 jobs to raise all his kids. And she had a baker's dozen. So, yeah. I don't know.
Older. You know what I mean?
Right.
I didn't barge in my goddaughter's rooms either.
So, and even a special needs child, but
Right, yes.
with just 2 of you in the home, you really, really watch after everyone even more, right? Because it's just the 2 of you.
Right, yeah.
Right? So you're just going to
Why are you making it sound like they were in this dangerous situation and she had to be super extra protective and watch over him? They were in their home. He was going to bed. That is their home. That's supposed to be your sanctuary where you feel comfortable and safe. It was a normal night, Justin. What's your house like at bedtime? Is it chaotic? I mean, I don't know. I'm just asking because of the things you're saying here. It's like, Lord, you're going to have to eat. Oh, never mind.
More cautious. And like I say, when we hear something, that's what our ears are for. And it tells a signal in our brain to look toward that way, right?
Okay, so you now know how the brain and the ears work? You do? Oh, that's funny. Because I swear you never use them.
So I don't understand it.
I can believe that.
$5. That's enough to make a difference in this election. If every single person
watches. My kids are grown, but if I hear a thud in my house now, it's just me and my husband, I'm going to get up and go look. And they're
right.
And I don't even have kids at home.
Mm-hmm. It would have to be a really loud noise. Because once I'm comfortable in bed, I ain't getting up for shit. It takes a minute for me to get comfortable. And I have a watchdog and a watch cat that thinks he's a dog. Yeah, so any noise, they let me know. I know how they behave, how they react, if it's something I need to worry about.
Anymore. I had my grandkids come over, but I'm going to be up and looking.
But you checked on them every night before bed, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Especially teenage girls.
Yeah.
No, because they couldn't have got out unless they got past me. But I wasn't having issues with them that I had to worry that they were going to do anything when they went to bed. And see, I have a 1-floor house. But even when I didn't, I had a 3-floor house back home. I had a huge house. It was fucking insane. No, I didn't have to worry. Were you having problems that you were worried they would sneak out or something? Because then I can get it. But yeah, see, I didn't have that kind of issue. So when my son went to bed, my son went to bed. Besides, I had the keys. But,
I mean,
you're making too much of it. You're blowing it into something it's not. You're going to tell me every single night of your teenagers' lives, you went barging in that room to say goodnight. I don't believe that.
Who doesn't check? They had to buy Katie more time that morning to do whatever she had to do, in my opinion, Tori says.
Buy her more time for what?
Thank you, Felkram. In my opinion, as siblings of a person with high function autism, it's highly unlikely he'd leave without shoes. He'd be able to think about everything like unfamiliar surroundings without getting sensory overload. Absolutely.
And by the way, if there's any caters in the bushes, stop with the fucking emails. I don't have, they're fake emails to begin with. I know they're not from Nikki. Because it would make no sense that she would send them to me. I don't have contact with Katie. I reviewed that video she did because what happened to her was fucked up and it was wrong at 4 o'clock in the freaking morning. Swatting someone. Are you kidding me? But stop. I don't care. I didn't even open the last 3, so I don't know what those ones said. I don't care. Send it to her yourself. Oh, wait. You can't. You're blocked. Well, I don't know if I'm blocked or not. I don't care. But stop with the emails. I don't give 2 shits. I really, truly don't give 2 shits. And I don't believe y'all anyway. And Tata, if it's you, go back to Gypsy Rose. Go back to being a travesty somewhere else. You're not getting no attention here. Sorry. Your ship has sailed, my dear. Bye. Lose my email address. All right. Sorry. back into it.
I think that's
a good point.
Very good point. And I was just playing something Brian Enton was saying earlier. He was saying,
exactly. My son would, I had a very, very good relationship with my son. Sometimes I got more info than I wanted. But never mind.
The autistic community was saying, that it would just be highly unlikely for him to leave without shoes.
No, the autistic community was not saying that. You were. The thing in the wall was, the empty looking glass thing down there was, you were. And where's the rest of your panel guests? Because there's more guests coming. Oh, wait. There's more guests coming. But we're going to speed you up, Spanx, because you about as boring as fuck. I'm sorry, dude. I've got to speed you way up. It may sound characterized a little bit. Hey,
Yeah, that's something that he didn't like to get dirty. Katie says that on
every child is different. And that's why I think he was actually going out to meet someone.
Her full-length interview in the first interview she ever did with the news. And it was, he doesn't like to be dirty. That's how she said it. He doesn't like to be dirty. Yeah.
Oh,
well, you're going to be dirty if you walk out without shoes. And
allergic to grass too? Or is that is that trolling? Okay, so that's real?
Yes.
And he left with no shoes.
Well, if he didn't like bugs, I can't imagine him going out at night because bugs are worse at night. So if he didn't like bugs and insects, he really wouldn't want to be out at night.
Yeah, that makes me worried.
Yeah.
They forgot shoes. Like that honestly slipped their mind, and I know they're kicking themselves with that now. So that makes me worried about the condition of Sebastian when he put.
Okay, so according to the thing in the wall, they're kicking themselves in the butt because they forgot about the shoe thing. I can't.
Disappeared out of that house if you're forgetting to put shoes on him. Obviously, he must not have needed them.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Only way he left the house without his shoes on is if he was absolutely terrified of something in the house.
Right.
Yeah.
He was running.
And that's Cher's old
in
man.
that case, there should have been a
I'm
sense,
guessing that is Cher's husband, who is also a guest.
or him on camera.
Right.
I could get by. Like, I would still be suspicious, but I could get by. There, if there's a scent, at least I know he went outside, right? If there is, he's seen on camera, he was seen on camera, right? But, not like that. Misty, thank you so much. Our law enforcement agencies, military, have the equipment to see who is in those videos. So law enforcement can miss me with any reason, aka excuse of why K and C and T and K aren't in cuffs. Misty says, thank you so much for that, Misty.
Hey, Brittany.
Hey, Britt.
Brittany.
So
You really should change that picture, Brittany, because that picture is heavily filtered. Because if that was you, that was a long time ago, but it's really heavily filtered. I mean, girl, the filters did you wonders, but you really need to change it up because you don't look nothing like that now. You don't. I'm not trying to be mean, but that's why people pick on you. One of the reasons some people pick on you. And I've seen it because I've seen people say stuff like that in your chat. Just change it up and then they don't have nothing to talk about. Yeah, but you definitely don't look like that now. I'm just saying.
I know pretty much nothing about this, but I got a question. When was Sebastian seen by anyone other than the people who live in that house?
So that would be at 6. The last time he was seen by someone was about 6:30 that evening. Whenever he was at Texas Steakhouse, he was seen leaving the restaurant with his mother.
Yeah, he definitely. I could tell by the way it was said by Chris about from the Proudfoots about him not, Sebastian not being comfortable. And I can believe that because of how Thet has repeatedly responded to it. But see, they don't listen to none of that. They don't actually listen to what Seth says.
Okay, so let's see him at least the night before.
Yeah, so it's 6:30, about 6:30, 6:40, they leave the restaurant, and then about 10 minutes later, the car is seen going down their driveway, going into the garage, but you can't see if Sebastian is in it, because they park in a garage, right?
Right.
So you just don't know. You really don't know. Thank you, Ben. Sorry, I missed your. I need to pull up your last one because as soon as I hit off, I saw yours. Morning events are suspicious. The reason Seth law enforcement on three-way was to establish an alibi. Now, Seth wasn't on the three-way. That was Chris, allegedly Katie, and the non-911 number. He should have told Katie, hang up with me and call 911. Absolutely, that he should have done. I think the call was to law enforcement was planned.
Why should he have done that? Why couldn't they call together? Katie, I'm sure, was pretty upset by then, because when she couldn't find him herself, alarms went off, and I'm sure she was pretty upset. So, yeah. And police were there rather quickly and acted rather quickly.
The events in the morning were not planned well. It may seem, it does seem like potentially that, I never wanted to think of this as planned. And I'm still not sure, but it does kind of seem like it's a little bit planned now.
Yeah, I know.
But
it's crazy.
But you're absolutely right on that, Ben George. You may have met
Chris. If law enforcement had anything at all, they would have charged someone. If Katie would not have been in the military, their marriage wouldn't have lasted 5 minutes. Yeah, after everything I've seen and heard, yeah, I agree. That's his main theory. Well, Betty has like 5 or 6 of them. She can't decide.
You may have met Chris instead of Seth. I say him all the time. I get them mixed up all the time. But yes, it was Chris, allegedly Katie, and whoever on the 911 call. Hey, Bama. Hey, everyone. Better late than never. Thank you for having us.
Hey, Bama.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to let this...
Hey, everybody.
Wait a minute. I'm going to put on a little bit of music so I can let this play for a minute. I want to tuck my kids in.
Hey, Cher.
Hey, Brittany.
Stay up. It's 9 o'clock.
Hey, thank you guys for having me. Sorry I'm late. I tried to hurry.
This is when you really need to have somebody up on panel so they can chill it for a minute while you tuck your kids in.
Thank you. I got you. So, any thoughts, ladies, gentlemen, on that?
I have a question.
Okay.
So, in re-looking at things, because I know the whole flashlight video and the garbage truck thing is like very... I just want to know if I'm making this make sense now. Is it 2 separate situations and times altogether? Because I'm sorry, I don't think the garbage truck was going by at 3 something. Okay, it's 2 separate events.
2 separate events.
Okay,
so
thank you. Now I can make more sense of this. Okay.
Yeah, I have spoken with people in that neighborhood and all of that, and I can tell you that the video that shows the flashlights video, that is around approximately the 3 o'clock-ish, 3:30-ish. Okay. Now the timer was broke, but they estimated approximately what time it was. Now she said you fast forward that video, and you have to fast forward a long time, and then you see the trash truck come in, and the trash truck starts at the beginning of the road about 5 a.m. and then works its way up, and then you see the trash truck go by. And then you fast forward a little bit later, and then you see the school bus go by. And then you can see, I guess, the trash truck turn around because it's a cul-de-sac and go up the hill. And then after you see the trash truck go up, that is when you see Katie go out, leave the neighborhood, and a little bit later come back in and go to her house, right? She's going to her house. And then right after that, a little bit later, you see police officers. But... So, for instance, this video, let me see, pull it up. Maybe. they wanted us to believe that this was, before. And to be fair, law enforcement never said this was a trash truck, but Seth said that the TBI was showing him how there was a trash truck. This is not a trash truck. Sorry. Right? This is it. As you can see here.
This is Juvederm.
My name is Joanna. I'm from Colombia. They did my laugh line and my cheeks.
Temporarily reverse signs of aging by adding volume for lift in the cheeks. Look up to 5 years younger by adding volume for lift in the cheeks.
It's nice that it still feels natural, and I'm the only one who knows what I did.
Learn more at Juvederm.com. For more important safety information and to find a licensed specialist, visit Juvederm.com.
Tijuana Flats is a place where burritos are epic, tacos come in dos, and ingredients are as fresh as it gets. Where wall murals, dragons, and robots coexist, hot sauce is flow free, and Tex-Mex is for all. Order now at Tijuana Flats.
This is something.
So sorry, an ad came on.
Yeah. And then if you'll see over top of this here in a second, a
that
light
might be sped up too fast.
Someone's going to turn on their headlights. See that?
I'm sorry, guys. It took a minute to tuck them in, and an ad came on, and you had to sit there. I'm so sorry. There's these cars were the neighbors' cars. There's no flashlights. That is not the Bauer Sox car. That right there is a pickup truck. That's the one they focus on, saying is Betty claims it's Kathy Bauer Sox car. Justin claims it's not, but they're claiming those are people, and they are not. They're idiots. This has been debunked so many damn times. It's just frustrating as hell. So far, no crime was committed on that video. No.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's off.
Oh, wait, there's more
Now,
guests coming.
Why is someone out there on the entrance of the road? Now,
yes.
We do not have this entire full video.
Okay, number one, you're right. You don't. This is a very small clip. You can't, because of the quality of the video, you can't even tell where that pickup truck is parked. It could be right there in the driveway with all these other ones. Justin, it's a very bad clip. You have no clue. And it's a pickup truck. Jesus Christ.
The only people that has this entire full video is law enforcement and the neighbor that has this. Now, why is someone out here on the corner, right? But
there's
from
no one on
what
the
I
corner.
hear,
there's no one on the corner.
The people.
And you also don't know the date and time of this video. There's a lot you don't know about it. And like I said, this is a very tiny clip. You can't tell where that vehicle really is. You can't tell anything about it. It's so bad. That truck can look like never mind.
The flashlights eventually come up, right? And they're around the car for just a little bit, very, very short. And then you see one flashlight going off back, running back, not walking back, running back. You can tell that they're running. And whoever is in this car they back up and head out of the housing development.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Oh my God.
Right.
You know what? You can't tell anything that's going on in that video. You can't, Justin.
No, I don't know how it originally started as a trash truck.
Because there is a trash truck. It's just much later in the morning, more like around 6 something, right? Or 5 something.
5 something. Yeah.
I believe Seth originally said that, you guys.
That's what I thought, Brittany. I thought I heard it from Seth as well.
Seth did say it as well, but there was some speculation even before. I don't know how it.
Yeah, I think it was something. I think Seth was sharing how it was explained to him.
It was Chris that said it was a trash truck. It was
Oh,
Chris.
wow.
Okay.
It
Well,
wasn't
okay.
yet. Oh my God. Shut up. Quit.
It's when Seth went to TBI and they explained to him how it, could have been a trash truck, but law enforcement has never said it's a trash truck. John, good to see you.
Oh, I was about to tell you, did you get it, John? Did you get the link I emailed you, or did somebody else send it to you? I hope you got the one I emailed you. I just now saw it.
I just got it. I had actually emailed Justin, but I knew once he got busy on the screen, he wasn't going to see my email.
And John, I was trying to Facebook message you, so I'm probably in your spam folder.
Hope everybody's doing good.
Good, John. Good to see you, buddy.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you.
And
for,
this dude is John Q or something. I guess I'm not familiar with him. I think I've seen him on one of their channels before, probably Brittany's or something.
My name, I'm like, okay.
I was like, I'll post his name. He'll see it. He'll jump up if he wants to, and if he doesn't, he won't. So
Yeah, good call.
I would have. Yeah. Tammy was joining us. I apologize.
Who's not a liar? Justin?
no.
Oh, I'm
me.
lying.
What?
I thought Justin
I
outright
appreciate the
lying.
invitation.
Of course. True Sleuth, thank you. Justin, who told Seth that the flashlight video was a trash truck? Did law enforcement show him the later part of the video where there is a trash truck, or the video of the flashlights of law enforcement showed Seth?
Law enforcement,
my opinion, sketchy.
He'll change it up now to
fair
blame it
point,
on Chris
and
for you guys.
He explains.
So, I'm sorry. I should have paused that instead of talking over it. Yeah, Seth has always said law enforcement told him that. So I'm sure he'll change it up for you to suit your narrative.
More on past.
He seems more than willing to do
that.
How
he says something to the effect that law enforcement shows the videos being aligned. But listen, I've talked to the neighbors here. They said it's clear as day. This is not a trash truck. They said the trash truck comes a long time after this car leaves, and this car, there are individuals you can tell that is around it. One individual goes running back. The person, whoever's in the car, backs up.
John Q.
On Kellen Drive and then heads out.
No, they don't, Justin.
Of the development.
What date and time?
You, number one, don't even have enough video to determine all of that. And number two, the quality of the video is horrendous. And number three, stop lying to your audience because you don't know.
This video.
So this would be February 26th around 3 to 3:30 in the morning.
Okay, but
yeah.
Is this the one with the Ring doorbell camera that's stuck and they don't get a correct date and time?
Oh, the time, you know how it is, John, in all these cases, the clock was broke.
Okay.
So they don't even, this is the one I've been talking about. They don't know what day or what time this video is from either.
For the clock was broken.
It was broken, period. You could not. This is the one that they have been using as their evidence that there was flashlights and a car there at 3 to 3:30 to pick him up. But they don't know what time it was because the clock wasn't working. But guess what? The thing was stuck. The date wasn't working either. But this is their big evidence. Spanky's, Brittany's, J for Justice, the thing in the wall, and bullhorns. Hey,
the clock was stuck, and it really was stuck. And it's so, it's always something, right? Mm-hmm. It's always something. Yeah, you can check
the video cannot be verified because it was not working properly. And also, Justin, you can't make out jack shit in that video, especially not what you're saying. You only have a very small clip. You don't have the video in its entirety. You have a very tiny clip. A bad one too.
Is this the one with the floating lights in the dark?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Not floating. Oh my God. Where did they get this idiot from? You know what they were? They were fairies. And when they fly, they light up. You know, the tooth fairies and stuff. They were going to visit kids' bedrooms, you know, to swap out their tooth for a couple bucks. That's what those were. Shh, don't tell nobody.
Oh, let me see if I can find a better video of the floating lights. I might have it here. Let me see if I got it.
He has a
And
tiny
I wanted to
clip.
say hello to the chat. I saw a couple of people say, "Hi, John. Hi, John." Much love to everybody.
It is.
Because that indicated to me, if you got floating lights in the dark,
Look, John Q, I gotta meet you. I gotta talk to you. You can't be talking about the tooth fairies because you're gonna ruin it for all the kids' future. When their teeth fall out, man, they're not gonna get no money. And you can't be busting out the tooth fairy. None of you guys.
especially, what is this, February 26th, 25th, 26th?
Yeah, February 25th. Yeah.
Okay, so we're in February.
Oh.
This is 3-something at night, you said?
No.
Yeah, about 3 to 3:30.
No, you don't know when it was. Because there's no timestamp or date stamp for that video. Oh.
In the morning, yes.
Okay. So we're in winter.
Yes.
What is the temperature?
John Q was from the Summer Wells Reward fundraiser and has been collecting dust. Oh.
For this particular day or morning?
It's starting to get warmer. I mean, it's cold, but so I'll just say because the chat's going to go wild when I say this. If I say if it's 28, they're going to say 28, and if I say 55, they're going to say no, it's 55. So I'm going to say anywhere from 26 degrees to 55 degrees, somewhere between there.
Okay,
that was perfect.
Okay,
Justin.
let me get this straight. You don't know the time. You don't know the date. You can't see shit in this video. This little tiny clip you have is really bad. And you don't even know the temperature. Okay.
I was waiting to see how Justin was going to answer that. It's honestly, John, I was corrected by Seth last night, but me and my mods have looked ourselves, and there's a huge point of contention between 28 and 50 degrees. Some people, and if you go look, I think it says like 20. Does it say 20? I can't remember if it's 28 degrees on the night of the 26th or the 25th. And I think that's where people get it, confused.
Yes.
Because Sebastian,
Is there any way we could actually find out?
What does it matter at this point?
Online as of that date, what the temperature was at this location? What is this, Hendersonville?
Yeah.
I've looked at different websites and they say different things.
Same, Justin, same.
So,
it's insanity. Yep.
But yeah, I'll look. Let's see here.
Yeah, because
no, don't. It doesn't
no
matter.
shoes on. It's cold as you know what outside, and that doesn't make any sense. So that tells me he didn't walk out that door.
It does if he had socks on and was running out to meet someone and in a hurry to get out of the house because maybe he heard mom waking up. You just don't know. You weren't there. We don't know. John Q goes way back to the West Boy case. Oh.
At 50 degrees, John, wouldn't you argue? Or any of you guys, 50 degrees is still cold.
That's cold, yeah. And I have a question. So she sent him to bed at 9. She heard the thud at 10. She didn't check on him. But
oh my God, if this thing in the wall don't quit saying a thud, I'm going to thud her back into the wall and seal it up. They are using it the wrong way. They are trying to make it seem more than what it was, what she said. Oh my.
But did she say she called out to him and she heard him reply to her? Yes, ma'am.
Only in one of the.
So allegedly she heard him at 10 p.m., but she didn't put eyes on him though.
Yep.
Okay.
So
why did she say he walked out the door?
I don't know.
Because he wasn't in the house? Maybe. I mean, why would you say someone walked out the door? Because they left. He wasn't home. Where do you think he was? Think he's in the wall like that thing? Don't think so.
She says, I don't know why he walked out that door.
I mean,
But she said she didn't.
Hey,
so she never said that someone broke in and took him.
Nope.
Never.
So he apparently walked out on his own, just with no shoes.
And had the flashlight.
And his glasses. And his glasses, right?
No coat, yes.
Okay, so he's got his glasses. He's got a flashlight. It's 6 in the morning. Do we have the sun coming up? Is there some kind of sunlight outside at about that time?
I think so. If I recall, I can check the.
You figure who would take a flashlight out in the morning if it's daylight?
Mm-hmm.
See,
that was his little tchotchke. He had these things that he kept and played with. He carried it all the time. He had lots of them. It was still. Can you do some fucking research before you do a live? If I was going to do a live on this picture, I'd have researched everything I could have. Times, weather, anything. You don't even know when the sun comes. Stop. You're talking about this story and you don't have basic facts.
Pieces are not making sense to me. No shoes, but cold outside.
Well, and it's like
his
that.
jacket wasn't missing. His coat wasn't missing. His shoes were there.
You're brilliant, John. I don't know who you are, dude, but brilliant. We didn't know none of this ever.
But you figure if it's cold out, nothing else is missing but him, the glasses, and flashlight.
But hold on, though, the flashlight, because to me, I think this is pivotal. It's a mini keychain flashlight, which I've always been.
Okay, it's not pivotal, Brittany. Even though you're trying to have a smart thought, it's just not happening. He played with those little gadgets. He had little fidgets that he used. That's another word for it. But not a fidget like a fidget. You know what I mean?
Just kind of, rattled about that, because how would you realize it? How did you notice a keychain is missing?
I didn't realize that. I think you said that before and I keep forgetting.
Oh.
And then just a few days later, this video comes out that we see some little itty bitty flashlights.
They are not little itty bitty flashlights. Because if they were them little tiny itty bitty handheld little gadgets, you wouldn't have seen shit. All right? Stop.
So, Ben George, thank you so much. Trash truck back up at the end of the
Boy,
road.
this Ben George, dude, is loaded. I mean, he's in Justin's chat, hitting him up. Brittany's chat, hitting him up. Buying 50 memberships at a time, gifting 50 memberships at a time, super chatting her, and then telling her to check her PayPal or Cash App. I think it was PayPal, he said. Yeah. And then he's over in that thing in the wall, buying up membership, gifting memberships, giving her super chats. Telling you, for him, Sugar Daddy's about the right one. Right name for that one.
Last
and this is all in like a day or two. I mean, it's insane.
Cars don't
Good for
float
them.
around, nor would,
I guess.
you know what that means? Nay lights affixed to the truck to aid sanitation workers float. Exactly. The lights don't float and they don't move in like a zigzag pattern.
No, but light reflection and pixels. I'm not even going to bother going through to explain it all to y'all again. Because I know some real reputable good creators that have broke it all down and explained it to every one of you idiots. You refuse to listen. Oh, my Lord.
And they also don't move in the middle of people's yard. There wouldn't be a trash truck in the middle of people's yard either.
Nobody was in the middle of the yard. It was on a very grainy video, Justin.
Exactly. Is that what they are saying? Virtually, yes. Here, let me just show you guys. Hey, man, Good to
How
see
long
you.
was the headlights on for?
So we don't know because we don't have the entire video. Law
Oh
enforcement.
my God. They don't know nothing. They have nothing. And all they have is this little clip. They can't tell you any of the important things. Times, dates, locations, how long were the lights there, the temperature. They can't tell you nothing. But they're sitting up here. I can't.
And the neighbors have the entire video. This was never supposed to be leaked.
Right.
So I can tell you, this was given to law enforcement, and the owner of the property showed it to her best friend, and she told her not to give it to anyone. And I know this for a fact. And the best friend said, "Oh, I'll never do that." Well, it landed in Nick
How come my
Barris's
chat thing
hands.
never comes up for me?
I'll say that. It did not directly, this video did not directly come from the homeowners. It came from the friend. And that's how Nick got a hold of it.
This video here?
Yes, this video. This is the flashlights. Let me see if I can
I never
get it
get
to
my
where
chat
Nick
things.
talks about it. Hold on.
Are you controlling the zoom on this?
No.
Oh, I do remember that. Someone in chat said that according to Seth, the little flashlight didn't work. It was just one of Sebastian's fidgets. I vaguely remember that too. Him saying that the little flashlight didn't work.
Right.
That makes sense because those little flashlights, they don't really, you can't really see in the dark with those things all that well.
Right. It's just like a little novelty gift. It's not really intended for that purpose. I don't know. That's
I mean,
always been very.
it's made to, like, you know, when you can't see your keyhole at night or whatever, you know, and you need your key in or something. That's what it's made for.
Yeah.
You know, it's nothing. So this is Nick Barris from News Channel 5, and this is what he says.
Sometime overnight, with a flashlight.
But he's also corrected himself in some things, Justin. Are you going to play that as well?
Learn what happened to that teen with autism.
People near Sebastian's home the night his parents say he disappeared.
All right.
I never thought that the
We're
shirt
gonna
I wore to
fast forward
school
to
one
some of
spring
this.
morning would lead to a federal lawsuit. But the reaction from the adults running my school.
Now, there are no streetlights in the Stafford Court neighborhood, so it is
something that it's not.
Yep.
Respectfully, I don't mean, you know, I'm not convinced yet.
Right. I agree with that. I think 2 is definitely
Not convinced yet. I think subject 2 is
it's just weird.
Yeah, it looks like they're both kind of wobbling together. Like, I think the camera's moving.
Oh my God. How can the camera be moving?
Yeah,
it's a Ring doorbell.
It's just weird. And that's why I think maybe it's like a porch light or even a light on a pole.
I don't. The subject 1, I think, is a fixed light. I think subject 2 is. I think there's is a person.
Yeah, with the light thing.
But subject 1, I'm not convinced yet.
Right. I agree with that. I think
come I'm not
2
getting
is definitely, and it might even be more than one because we do see it multiple times.
I
But
usually get 'em.
yeah, I agree with that. Okay, let me skip forward here to the car movement.
Weird.
So here's the cars getting ready to leave.
Oh my goodness, Ben! Thank you so very much. That's amazing. Thank you.
He gave again?
Make sure to thank Sugar Daddy. Yeah, Ben, you are awesome.
Thank you.
Seriously.
Yeah, he's been awesome to you guys for the last couple of days, nonstop.
And the car, I guess, the flashlight approaches the car, and then the car is seen back. It doesn't pull on, and then it drives away.
It shows it in the end of that video
It
that I was sharing.
doesn't show. Oh my God. How are you people getting all this from that grainy ass video that's only a couple seconds that you really can't make much out in? And just, what happens to late at night, Justin? I can't.
It shows that movement of the car also.
We really need to know where Melissa's foot was, and Terry, and what Kathy Bauer socks were at those time frames too.
So
Exactly,
when the car backed up,
Darby.
do we know what direction it went in?
Out of the neighborhood.
Out of the neighborhood.
Out of the neighborhood. Out of the neighborhood.
I can switch back to.
Are you guys ever going to admit you're wrong? Do you need law enforcement to come out and show you? Because don't you think if they had proof of a car, and number one, it wasn't a car, it was a pickup, and it looked to be silver or gray, but that could be because of the video. But listen, And it wasn't one of them huge king cab pickups either. But listen, never mind. It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter what's said to you people.
To that video and finish it after we listen to that. This is just him saying that they didn't follow Sebastian's scent for everybody to hear the facts here. So I'll just play.
Okay. Well, we're going to fast forward.
But contrary to some today,
to Sebastian, no, that was following Sebastian, and say no. He's saying none was.
So there's that.
And yeah, because people will change that and say no. He's saying none was on a trail that led to Sebastian. No, that was following Sebastian. They didn't have his scent.
So the Hendersonville or Sumner County Sheriff's Office, they wrote the decision
Brittany,
to search the landfill
we're
was
trying
made
to talk like you know what you're talking about, because girl, you don't.
in accordance with ongoing investigative efforts and information gathered in the search for Sebastian Rogers. However, despite the extensive search conducted by trained personnel, including the use of canines, the operated yield.
They are totally magical. They just have all the facts. They don't know the time on the video. They don't know the date because it was not working properly. They only have a couple second clip. It is very dark and grainy. They also don't understand about lights at night and light reflection. They just don't understand about the pixels. None of that stuff. And they can't even tell you the temperature. They can't tell you what weather. They can't tell you nothing. They don't even know if garbage went, which it did. But don't tell them that. That will totally confuse them.
Negative results. While we have hoped for a different outcome, our commitment to finding Sebastian remains unwavering, stated Sheriff Sonny Weatherford. Quote, we will continue to explore all available avenues and resources to bring closure to the case and provide answers to Sebastian's family and loved ones.
So is that saying that the hit was wrong, or that there was nothing found from the
There
hit?
was nothing, period. Oh, this Mandy, that spirit seeker lady, her videos are god awful. The stuff she says about to Chris and Katie and the things they've done, and twists and turns everything on them. She's also
it has
a
nothing to do with
psychic.
it. They're talking about the landfill, searching at the landfill.
She's the seeker psychic. She does spirit box and tarot card readings on them as well.
That the decision to search the landfill was made in accordance with our ongoing investigation efforts and information gathered in the search for Sebastian Rogers.
Yeah, exactly, Gma.
I've got the, by the way, I've got the full video of the entire full video of the lights, by the way.
Okay. This right here.
Doesn't matter. It's been debunked so many times. And Justin, you couldn't be more wrong. And you're running with what Jay for Justin's been putting out about them. And she's lying. And she knows it. And she's been debunked and she knows it. I don't understand how she's climbed so high. I really don't get it. Because she's full of shit. She makes a mockery of her crime cases. She really does. And of the victims and families.
Here.
Yeah, the one
that's what people want.
I was just interested because I just caught, like I said, that this light is moving at the same time as that one. And so I just caught it recently and it was just interesting to me. And I wanted to see what you guys thought about it too, because it looks like the one in the middle doesn't look stationary, but the two on the outer sides do, in my opinion. But what do you guys think about it?
Fuck it. Even if I didn't have a channel, because I was on YouTube before I had a channel, she's not somebody I'd watch. Because she's full of shit. And I can't. It's like the shit shows are what works. I mean, look at Little Papa JLR. And look at her. Look at Sab Girl. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like they're both kind of wobbling together. Like I think
no,
the camera's
thank you.
moving.
I'll stay little and tiny. And keep my morals and my self-respect in check.
And that's why I think maybe it's like a porch light or even a light on a pole.
The subject 1, I think, is a fixed light. I think subject 2 is, I think there's
You don't know what you. Okay, let's fast forward because I'll lose my temper.
The viral Halara overalls. They're
Yeah.
everything. I'm 5'4",
And,
so I'm definitely gonna wear these.
Is a person.
And make you look those even if you got a little meat on your bones, clothes like that make you look 3 times bigger than you are.
Which one I'm not convinced yet.
Right. I agree with that. I think 2 is definitely, and it might even be more than 1 because we do see it multiple times. But yeah, I agree with that. Okay, let me skip forward here to the car movement. So here's the car's getting ready to leave.
Oh my goodness, Ben, thank you so very much. That's amazing. Thank you.
Make sure to thank Sugar Daddy. Yeah, Ben, you are awesome.
Thank you.
Seriously.
If you receive one of those memberships, please
They
thank.
can't appreciate what they have. You know, they're willing to sell their soul for a couple views or a couple super chats or PayPals or Cash App or Venmos. I don't know. I can't wrap my head around that. But Brittany, one thing I do know is you lie like hell to your audience. And girl, you beg and beg and beg. But you got busted, girl. You did not. You know it's YouTube. People watch right away. You were not fast enough. I seen the receipts. I seen where you made $4,600 on your main channel and $600 on your backup. And that didn't include PayPal's, Cash App, and Venmos, which you get a lot of. So how dare you sit there and cry victim and continue to beg when just off YouTube alone you made over $5,000. You'd shit yourself if you see what I make. You'd shit yourself. But see, I didn't come on here thinking this was going to take care of my family. But you're doing all right. There's no reason for you to be grifting and begging the way you do. Shame on you for that. That's greed. You make it enough. You should be able to support your family. That's a good chunk of money. And like I said, I would bet that you get at least $1,000 a month between your PayPals, Cash Apps, and Venmos. Probably more than that. So that would take you over 6 G's a month. Wow. Just remember, keep the grift up, I guess. I mean, I'm not downing you for making money. I think it's great. Good for you. It's what you do. It's your grifting and begging and your greediness. You have your people believing you don't make shit. That's why you took that down real quick. How about some honesty? You won't, because some of them may not send as much as they do, huh, Brittany? Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I want to remember. Thank Brittany's husband, okay? Just kidding.
That's right. That's right. We're giving half of all our money away.
I want to thank Brittany.
According to you, you don't have any money. You don't make any money. That's why you're always begging to keep your lights on. But according to the receipts you showed, you're doing just fine.
I'm just kidding. That's such a joke. That is not. That would be stupid because they take like 40%. Why would Brittany give away literally
down revival? Absolutely. Yes, she's still very much doing all that for them. Yes, especially Spanky. Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like I want to be popular so bad that I'm having Craig come under a fake name.
Oh God.
Half of my money.
I wouldn't.
Okay,
doubt,
what do you?
I wouldn't doubt that, Brittany, at all. Honestly, I've been doing a deep dive into you, and I'm not that far in, and I could believe that, and I haven't even gotten that far in yet. Can imagine what I'm gonna find.
Thank you again. And what was you showing, Spirit?
The movement of the car leaving the neighborhood.
It's not a car leaving the neighborhood.
Where it pulls in, it backs out. Yes.
Oh,
okay.
right.
So this is how it moves according to neighbors.
No, it's not according to neighbors, and that would make me even think more that it's a garbage truck. But whatever.
goes back out towards so this is Kellen. This is the road that you use to get into the neighborhood and out of the neighborhood. And then the main road is out here. I didn't zoom out to show that. And then I think the only thing that's left in here is the ruckus part, which I think the ruckus is
ruckus, to be honest with you.
Right. This is the flashlight video. You can see the flashlight over here, and they zoomed in on
that. Is not a flashlight, but okay.
This light right here that we think.
And this video shows you absolutely nothing. Again,
possibly moving.
You don't have a date or time.
With subject 1, which is right here. So it's not a different video. It's not another security clip or anything like that. It's the same clip. It's just zoomed in on it. So when you zoom in, it makes it look like that something is happening. But with all of the foliage, it's probably just some bushes and some branches and stuff like that moving.
It was winter time. There wasn't a whole lot of leaves anywhere. But okay.
In front of the lighting.
That was the first thing I thought when I looked at it. I actually thought it was leaves, but Justin corrected me and said it was winter.
Yeah, she does.
Like, oh, yeah.
And in her opening, she'll even say, I love you guys. I love you all. Oh, I love you. Y'all keep my lights on. You pay me. It's pathetic. Tell the truth. Be honest with them. Why are you begging when you're making all that money? I mean, that is being greedy and taking advantage of your subs. That I have an issue with. I don't care if she makes money. Good for her. I mean, evidently her old man's not going to step up and go out there and be the breadwinner.
Not her, but yeah, branches.
Somebody got to support the family.
Yeah, I think it's branches and light. But, our brain tries to make sense of something we can't make sense of, right? Mm-hmm. So our brain will try to trick us, in my opinion, to think that is something that it's not.
Yep.
Respectfully. I don't mean, if you think that is a ruckus, that is absolutely, you're welcome to have that in chat. I'm just telling you my opinion.
Yeah. Also, if you think that's the ruckus, you should definitely get into the Chris Watts case, because there are hundreds of those videos, and you can see Jesus in those things if you want.
So now you're not agreeing with Jace for Justice, because remember I reviewed her stupid video. She said that was a fight going on between 3 people, and one person was laying down and the other ones were pounding them. Yeah, she had all this to say about this video. So what, now you don't agree with her? Okay, now you even confuse me, and you never do anything because you're so damn boring and slow.
I'm telling you.
Right.
So I've never been, and this is no offense to anybody, honestly. I've just never been too into the ruckus, because I remember Nana was like, "Brittany, we got to watch it." And I'm like, "Nana, if you tell me that that's a woman with a ball bat, that's what I'm going to see. It's like laying there and looking at clouds, You're going to see
that the woman had long hair and a ponytail and had a ball bat and all this stuff. Jays for Justice did. Hey, Scooter. Hey, Catherine. Yeah. So none of you believe her now, but you had no problem then. Well, are you all turning on each other? I mean, are you... Brittany, now you trying to be friends with Betty because Seth, after all the things you've said about Betty, because Seth told you to. And I couldn't believe that you jumped immediately and did that when he told you. Girl, you have no backbone. Anyway, afraid to lose that cash cow, aren't you? You want all that money. I hear ya.
Whatever.
And even the girl who made this video said that this is a 2-second clip from the flashlight video that's like a 34-second clip, and it's slowed down and it's zoomed in and it's on a loop. So you don't see somebody beating somebody repeatedly, because that's not even possible. It's only 2 seconds. So even if it is ruckus.
Jesse, thank you, my love. If you received that membership, please thank our beloved Jesse.
Oh, joke.
I'm loving the love tonight, guys.
Yes.
Everybody's so supportive. It's awesome.
Cher's been saying that she really liked these lives that you guys are all doing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. We're rekindling we're bringing a little bit of positivity to the true crime community.
Yeah.
That's why I left.
I'm
it was
sure
all drama.
all of you guys
There you
have
go.
gotten the comments and messages.
Oh, no,
how
she
people
don't get no pass with me. Nope, she's one of the locals out there in that pasture, grazing on the victims and families.
people are loving that it's drama free. It's like they said it's old school true crime, which I can't like. That's kind of sad, but also good to hear. So yeah, I love it.
Don't you get it though? I felt that way too, Cher. Like it does feel like the good old days where we could. The biggest concern that anybody had was a difference of opinion about a case.
And we all have that, but we don't have to bash each other.
None of us know all the answers, and like the saying goes, 2 heads are better than 1.
Oh yeah.
Right. And I don't think any of us have the exact same thoughts about it either.
Shut up, Mandy, because you're annoying as hell. Go back to your spirit boxes and your tarot cards. None of you worry about the truth. You're more than happy to sit up here and spread your crap and accuse people of doing things that you have no evidence they did. And speak it like it's truth, not like it's your opinion. You speak it like it's factual.
For one of these cases, so
they're all starting to turn on each other. Hey, Debbie.
We all have different opinions about it. It's just we get along.
And I always say, you make people fighting, it makes the subs suffer. You make the subs suffer because they feel like, oh, well, if they don't like this, so. But
they feel like they got to pick a side.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable. It just makes you feel icky. I don't like it. And even if we disagree, we respect each other enough because we're all adults and, we respect each other to talk it out or explain our perspective. And, if we see it, we see it. If we don't, we keep moving.
Yep.
Oh, Jesse, you guys are awesome. Look at all of that.
Voodoo.
Jesse,
Y'all better throw the umbrellas out in Justin's chat.
Guys, this is not funny. That's why none of you will ever be taken serious as just true crime. Because you're not. You are far from true crime. You're a circus. A crime circus. Because it's a crime the way you all behave. But yeah.
You're so funny, Brittany. Really, I've heard You're so funny.
We do have it either way. And I'm done with this video unless anybody wants me to go back through any of it or whatever. I'm finished. If Justin, if you wanted to share, Mohawk Mom wanted you to share the overhead. I was looking for the emoji there. Okay. There's 3 doors there. There's access door, the van.
And you're right now, look for this is the full video of it.
I cannot believe they're still going over these videos.
Those 2 lights are moving together for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now that got
so subject 1 is not a flashlight then.
Nope.
This is insane. This is not
what's
a
the
flashlight.
light down at the bottom? I wonder what.
Thank you, Shannon.
That might be like a reflection from one of the vehicles.
I'll tell you what, guys. I cannot explain it to y'all again and again and again and again and again. Go watch Gray Hughes videos. You might learn something because you couldn't be more off base. But okay.
In the driveway?
Oh, probably.
I think that might be the.
Yeah, it looks like it is.
Misty, I am working my butt off on that because I have feelings about that. You know what I mean? So
it almost looks like a phone light, not like a flashlight.
I was just about to say that could be some kind of a portable phone. Could be a portable phone light.
Yeah.
In other words, someone's moving in the dark.
It's definitely not a keychain flashlight. I'll tell you that much.
Light just doesn't float by itself.
Maybe because it's a damn truck.
And a keychain.
Oh my God! I'm sorry. I have to fast forward.
I heard about Randy first when I was in 7th grade.
We're about
the reason why I liked it
anyway.
because everyone else liked it.
Eternal Madness, thank you for being a member.
There's another one I want to move on, but let me look at another timestamp here and make sure. I'm so sick of them showing their home. Leave these people alone. Really, just leave them alone.
I would think the spanking would suffice, and that would be the punishment, right?
Right.
If you
take something away from him.
But
if you go to where it says the comment on the screen will say something about Sebastian, what he wore that night to dinner. CPS call is right there.
Okay.
Oh, hey. There
it is.
Already don't.
Okay, we've heard this a million times. Okay. And one thing I do want to say, Betty, is you're putting out pictures claiming there's bruises on that boy's neck. I don't know if there is or isn't. I would not trust anything coming out of Betty. But maybe you should check who had the boy that weekend before you go pushing these bruises off on somebody. Yeah, I might want to check where he was. Just saying.
To it elaborate or anything like that. I just, that was the question that I had. And that has to do is, has special needs and stuff.
New Mexico and Tennessee.
Getting so proud of himself.
2 states.
Look, none of this is helping. If you really want to bring awareness and keep Sebastian's picture out there, people looking for him, then all this has got to stop. Because this has overtook the whole case, and Sebastian is not in the forefront. People aren't looking for him. They want the drama from you guys. From Bullhorn. If you really want to help this boy, do it right. I'm not a true crime channel.
And so, and that, did that include with Sebastian?
Tennessee, West Sebastian. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
In fact, Sebastian here.
It is revival. It really is.
Like I said, I got nothing to hide. So Sebastian went to school one day because we were at the house. He got in trouble. He didn't have a belt on. I was like, "Where's your belt?" And got it. Whack. Got it. So he goes to.
Okay, so I want to say something there. I just realized he said Sebastian lied to him that he didn't his belt. He took that he lied that he didn't wear his belt to school. Right. And Chris just said, Sebastian, where's your belt? I ain't got it. Whap. That's not a lie. If he said I ain't got it.
So Sebastian was hit.
Yes.
School, he tells the teacher. They're mandatory reporters. So Sebastian, yes, ma'am. In fact, Sebastian here. Like I said, I got nothing to hide. So Sebastian went to school one day because we were at the house. He got in trouble. He didn't have a belt on. I was like, "Where's your belt?" And got it. Whack. Got it. So he goes to school. He tells the teacher. They're mandatory reporters. So the teacher reports it. Mm-hmm. That afternoon, CPS shows up to the house while we're actually sitting down to eat dinner. Now, mind you, 15-year-old child, he's not real happy because he's in trouble, so he's being punished.
15-year-old child.
First of all, you're a 15-year-old child. Isn't the whipping the punishment, and he's still being punished?
Yeah.
Isn't the whipping the punishment?
Okay.
And you're continuing.
I got this sped up too fast. Maybe I'll slow it down just a little bit. But they twist this up so bad.
Punish him?
Like I said, they have tunnel vision. They can't see beyond their narratives. They just refuse to. Hey, Debbie Doodles.
Yeah, I never got a spanking and grounding.
Yeah,
it was always one or the other.
Right. Well, even if people do whip their kids, first of all, you should never, in my opinion, you should never whip, but especially an autistic child.
There you go.
A 15-year-old child?
There you go.
Autistic child. Come on now.
Okay, number one, that was several years ago. He had not been diagnosed at that time. And it was several years ago. It wasn't when he was 15. You people don't listen to nothing. Is it okay? No. That he gave him a whack with the belt. I'm not his mother or his father, and I'm not his wife. But he also wasn't 15, and he hadn't been diagnosed at the time. Which to me, you people use his autism to define him, and it doesn't. There's more to Sebastian than him being autistic.
That would trigger Sebastian because he's autistic.
Well, true, but plus,
Not always.
like, he's so nonchalant about the fact that he just hit his kid.
No, he's
Like,
not.
yeah,
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
I'm
Almost
guessing
like
this happened a lot.
No, he's not. He's telling it. You like Chris or not? The way he says things. It's some people call it brutal honesty. He's being as honest and transparent as he can be, and it's still not good enough. Yeah, twist all that around like the child was being abused. And I just don't think that Sebastian was being abused. by Chris and Katie.
He almost tried to play that off.
Well, he says he only hit him once and once only, and only on the buttocks.
He hit his
To
wife's
me?
child.
The roast she got was there a roast from her former mods? Did I miss it? Well, darn.
Because
To
you have the
me-
physical part and then you have the psychological part going together.
John, that
And he
has
lied
been
to
my
Nancy
problem.
Grace. Exactly. He lied to Nancy Grace and said, "Oh, I can't remember what I."
Yeah,
No, it was several years ago. So no, it didn't have anything to do with the one CPS thing.
Conveniently, but the issue that I had, and I want to stress this because people, I feel like, are so quick to defend this. You don't know until you have been around someone who's on the spectrum.
I have been at varying levels and various. They were all different. No one's the same. Also, you weren't there. You don't know. You don't know these people.
When you like, if let me give you an example. If Christian, my 9-year-old, were to hit my 10-year-old who's on the spectrum, he's gonna be upset for the next 5 hours. Okay,
Like it scars them.
It scars them, absolutely. So I could not imagine. It brings me to tears thinking about this child being hit with a belt by Chris Proudfoot. Y'all, we've seen this
He
man.
did it with his pants up, but I don't know if I believe that, because why did he add that in there? And Mark's like still learning the case, but Sebastian was sexually abused.
He was.
Yes.
So another thing Chris says
So
in this
that would make it triggering to be paddled on your butt.
Yeah. Another thing Chris says in this interview is if Sebastian's room is not up to par, and if Chris has to go in there, he will he'll throw away all Sebastian's stuff that's on the floor.
No, you're blowing that up more than you're trying to make that more than it was too. And I've done it. My kid, after being told to clean up his mess, I've done it. Nothing wrong with it. But if you act like it was something he did on a daily basis, you're blowing it up to more than.
And make him take it out to the garbage curbside and throw it away. He also, when he first moved in with Katie and Sebastian, he was allergic to Sebastian's cats, and he made him get rid of the 2 cats.
It wasn't about the belt thing. The belt thing was several years ago.
Cats. Chris brought in also, he used to breed snakes, and Sebastian had a snake.
Yeah, revival there is. If that's what they are. I mean, I don't know. I don't trust anything Bullhorn puts out. And besides that, it could be shadows. I don't know what it is. But yeah, that's what I've heard. Hey, Pepper, I remember when BJ said she was going to have an autism support channel years ago. Glad she never did it. I can't imagine her giving medical advice. Yeah. Yikes. That's all I was, yeah, I don't know, Rob. I don't know what to think anymore. It's just insane. I don't understand how they have. I don't like the way Seth is behaving, but I can't tell you that he had anything to do with this because I don't know. There's no evidence saying that Chris and Katie did, nor that he did. Is his behavior awful? Absolutely. But that also doesn't mean that he did anything. I don't have any proof. I mean, that date obsession now. I don't know.
And Chris got rid of all of the snakes, including Sebastian's snake.
These people got Chris and Katie tried and convicted with no evidence. I mean, if you want to talk about red flags, there's red flags on both sides, and there's a hell of a lot more on one side than the other. I don't know. About behaviors. I think for Seth, it has become not his, well, he's become to enjoy and revel in all the attention. And come on, who wouldn't be thrilled about getting the mad cash he gets? And he still gets cash apps. Who would be mad about that? Who would want all that to stop and go back to your mundane life, you know? It's tough. But that doesn't mean he had anything to do with it. That just means he's an attention-seeking, you know? I mean, they need to stop, because all they're doing is making things worse. It's not helping in any way.
Yeah, there's something going on there.
And the person that they gave the snakes to came out and said, "No, Chris, you did not tell us to keep this snake. We kept this snake because we figured one day Sebastian might, want it again, or you might change your mind, and you could come and see it or whatever." But there was never any scheduling for him to come and see it. There was just nice enough to.
He sold the snake too.
So when Sebastian was disciplined and punished, where was the mother?
Stop it. You're so dramatic, John Q. You want it to sound like he was beaten and shut up. Did you not ever punish your children? I have. I'm not gonna lie, I have. I use timeout. Timeout's my best damn friend.
Like Tammy Wynette.
I've taken garbage bags to my son's room and my teenage daughter's room. Oh, hell yes, I have.
Yeah, right. She has been very defensive about that. I did not let him beat him with the belt.
No, she wasn't. She didn't say it like that. Brittany, stop. You're not impressing anybody. You sound stupid. I don't believe that he was being beat with the belt. I do believe what they said.
Well,
show me proof otherwise. Because I know that it don't matter what kind of house you live in. It could be a 50-room mansion. If there's signs of abuse, they will take those kids. I've worked in the system long enough to know and to see people with more money than them have lost custody of their kids. Just so you know.
Yeah. Okay. Let's finish this right here.
So he shows, he makes a report. They come to the house, and the lady who comes to the house is the same lady we've had. She's had a case before.
Had a case before. I believe that was in November or December of 2023.
Now, the case that was before was something that didn't even happen, and it's like 3 stories that were shoved into one. When they finally got it debunked, they were like, "Oh, he got so mixed up in telling one story, it mixed into 3 and it caused a commotion." Well, they canceled that out. So the one on me, she shows up, and
because he didn't want to come out and tell you that what was going on is he was trying to lie, and it got twisted up, and then things just got out of control. He started telling too many things together because nothing happened. Listen to what's being said. Actually listen to the words.
How you doing? It's her again. She's like, oh, hey. She's, hey, I already don't. She's like, don't tell me anything, but I'm gonna tell you what I know happened. And I said, okay. She goes, blah, blah, blah. And she told me exactly what happened. I said, yes, ma'am. She goes, oh my God. I said, yes, ma'am. This is how it's been.
This is how it's been. How has it been? It sounds like Chris is making it sound like it's been.
You want to smoke? Okay. Yeah, he ate. Use the pill cutter and cut it in half. Because you're a big baby, you can't swallow even a tiny little pill for your blood pressure, you dummy. No, you have to take it. Just cut it in half. It's easy to do. I do it for you every night. Okay.
Been miserable. This is how it's
been happening more than just that once, too.
Yep. But notice she said, she told me exactly what had happened. So I'm sorry, I'm struggling with how Sebastian's a liar. If she told exactly what happened. And he said, yes, ma'am.
No, you're not. What they were saying, if you would have bothered to pay attention, is this was not a new incident. This was something they'd been dealing with for quite some time, probably several months. So listen to what's being said. I don't know what happened there. I don't have the CPS reports. I don't want them. They're not my business. I think that there was... how can I say this? I think there was letdown from the parents, period, and not just one side. But I also think that Katie was a good mom. Is a good mom. And you can't go after her the way you have when you don't have any evidence that she did anything. I think he was unhappy with the whole situation. His home life and his father's house. That's just my opinion, though.
And then why does she baby him? Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Chris. I'm so sorry. Shame on you, Sebastian. That's just you shouldn't come to school and tell us the truth. Shame on you.
I don't know if it was worded the way he said it was, but yes, they would talk to a 15-year-old about making false complaints. Yes, they would. I've seen case managers do it. They have to understand that only do it if you're telling the truth, or, you know, if something really did happen, not just because you're upset about something. I'm sure that's how she was explaining it to him, that it just because you're upset because you can't play a video game or something, you know, I'm sure that's what she was doing. Well, I would think. I can't be sure. I wasn't there. But I've seen case managers do similar things. So, yeah. And explain to them about right from wrong with these, making these allegations, these, you know, these, because of what can happen. Believe me, I had a bio father do it for months. For months. It was maddening. Do you know how many times my little girl was pulled out of her classroom because of that idiot? I'll never forgive him for that. He put that little girl through hell. And guess who had to pick up the pieces?
And allegedly, this worker has been fired, but full transparency, we have no idea why she was fired. If she was fired, that is what I believe Seth has said, but I'm just going to say allegedly.
Oh, but I hear Seth's fired because he liked to put his hands on somebody in the break room, allegedly.
She's been fired, and to make it clear, we have no idea if she left the coffee pot on too long. We don't know why she was fired. So.
Right. And he's getting ready to say he showed and then correct himself.
And I'm
then
sorry,
this
but
right
at this point, I would believe nothing Seth says. Absolutely nothing. Sorry. It is what it is. TCCT dumpling. Not none that I thought they weren't, and they were. Yeah, I've gotten a sense, but there was evidence pointing that way. Here, there isn't. They're just at this time, not that law enforcement's willing to share, or apparently don't have enough of to charge anybody, because somebody would have been charged. So I want to believe that he's going to be found and he's going to come home.
Sebastian thought by...
Oh, Spitfire. That's so sweet of you to say. And you've been there for a lot of people too, I'm sure. They don't know, because they don't even know the facts of what they're talking about. They're trying to figure it all out because they have no clue.
Telling on
but
me.
I'm gonna end
Making it
this
sound like
here in
I was
2
so
minutes.
horrible.
Why did it stop?
Oh, you cut out. You cut out just a minute.
That I was going to get in trouble over something stupid. And I was like, no, Sebastian, you got punished, man. You got punished.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a weekly series, like once a week. And I'm going to go gather up clips from the Lolcows, from their various lives during the week, and make it, the Lolcow Farm Show like once a week, and just show you highlight clips of some of their antics to see how that works out.
And he was like, what? And I was like, you got punished. And the lady took him outside. She goes, Sebastian, just because you get in trouble and you get punished,
a lot of people are
you
feeling
need to
that way,
understand when
Marcy.
you go and you say things about people and you lie, you fabricate things, and you make it sound worse than what it is, sir, you can get in trouble for that.
I do not believe that.
Yeah, me either. Well, what did
Of course
she
don't, but it's
lecture
true.
him about when Chris just said out of his own mouth that everything she said Sebastian told her was exactly what happened. So what are you talking about?
No, listen to what was said. The last time that they dealt with her was because he got his stories confused and was trying to put things together. Was upset because he didn't like something he was done. It wasn't what it was made out to be. And that's what he was saying to her, that it was the same situation still going on. You don't listen to nothing. She was aware of the previous situation and what took place. You're so stupid. Oh my Lord. So what he was saying is it's been a continuing behavior, and it was for it's the same. You just.
Yeah, what was the lie then?
They do it away from the parents. They aren't supposed to speak to the child when the parent is within view or earshot or whatever because of intimidation reasons. So how does Chris know what the lady said to Sebastian?
Because maybe she told Chris. Maybe Sebastian told Chris. I don't know. You weren't there.
Exactly.
He was like, I am so sorry. And I said, no, he's just a child. He's upset.
He's just a child making
what just is what it is.
He is just a child. He's 15. He's still a child.
I'm okay with it.
You're not okay with it, Chris.
He said that.
How do you know, Justin? You don't know the man. You've seen a couple interviews with him. You heard him on a couple panels. You don't know this man. And you don't know enough to be judging him the way you are. You would have to actually know about someone's life, their everyday functioning life. And you don't.
See? eat your food. And we went back and everything's been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's chilling how he was just so nonchalant about the fact that he struck his child.
It's not chilling. He spanked him one time. We may not agree with it, but I may not agree with what you do as a parent either, just like you may not agree with what I do as a parent.
Oh, yeah. It's stepchild, I should say.
I'm not feeling.
He was the full-time stable dad in that household, period. Stop with the step. I'm sick with the step. It doesn't matter.
Feeling well with Chris.
It's almost boastful, isn't he?
I mean,
And-
you know,
Almost
this is the
Like you two, as men, would you guys allow a step parent to put hands at all or punish?
See, that's how he had been raising him at the main male role model in his life because they lived under the same roof. Yeah. I mean, that's their choice, and that's an individual's choice. And Cher, you're no one to talk about anyone's parenting. Stay in the wall. Stay in the wall, honey. Because you definitely have no room to be talking about anyone's parenting.
Children like that?
Oh, no. I would have been beating the crap out of him. And I saw Seth say...
Yeah. Oh, my God. Seth was like their third child. They had to do for him as well. And I do believe the reason why Chris communicated with Seth was because of the way he treated Katie.
In the chat, he didn't let that happen. So I'm betting, I mean, if I had to put a theory out there, I'm thinking that Chris was afraid Sebastian was going to tell Dad the truth about what was happening in that house.
So
that makes no sense. That makes no sense when Chris is the one, according to you and Seth, that wanted him to go live with Seth. But what you people keep forgetting is it was the summer. He was supposed to have him, according to the visitation, a good chunk of the summer. And I don't think it was going to be permanent. But I just don't get that vibe. And I haven't heard Katie say out of her mouth that it was permanent. Was it on the table? Yeah. But he's the one, according to everyone, that wanted Sebastian to go there. So he was getting what he wanted. He was in the middle of a nasty custody battle. The last thing he needed was this to happen. Because this really could have had a bad outcome for his custody case. Thankfully, it doesn't seem to have. But that's not a call I'd want to. That's not a chance I'd take, because it could have just destroyed him even seeing his daughter. And it still could. And you think he's going to risk that? It doesn't make any sense. He has too much to lose, including his life. But he would lose any contact with the daughter that he's been fighting to have contact with. You people make no sense. It just doesn't.
from my understanding, yeah, like Seth, you said that there was an agreement, no corporal punishment, right?
Tori says, I'm a foster parent in Tennessee. I work with DCS. I do not believe this one bit Chris is lying. And
Well, guess what? I've been a foster parent for years, and I've worked with CPS and DCS a very long time in multiple states. If there was any sign of abuse or any bruising, that kid would have been removed immediately.
do emergency foster care and have for almost a decade now, and I do not believe that either.
So
how much experience do you have, Justin? Is it only with the two that you have? Is that it? And I question all that too, by the way. But okay.
Was it ever a time?
Was this? Are you under relative care? I'm just asking. It could be a cousin, a distant cousin. I don't know.
And Sebastian never told his father
Just
that he didn't want to go
questions.
back.
That's all. I'm not trying to be snarky. I'm asking legitimate questions. How long have you just fostered what the two you have now? And was it under relative care? Or are you a 100% full-fledged foster home? And if so, do you still foster? Have you taken other kids? Because if you haven't, you won't keep that level. But anyway, yeah, I got questions. And good for you if you're doing it. I hope you're giving them a good home.
Home?
Yes.
He didn't say why.
But he didn't say why.
Yeah. The weekend
Yeah,
before,
last
weekend
All
that
right.
Sebastian was at Seth's house.
Different
Guys, we've been
pieces
on here.
of-
This is a long live. We've been on here almost 3 hours. So what I will do is I will come back tomorrow, probably after Savage, if Savage does a live. If not, then I'll pop up in the morning, and we'll finish this. But I've been on here 3 hours, and I'm really feeling crappy. But I thank you very much for joining me. What do y'all think about this so far, by the way? Y'all can let me know in the comments, or you can tell me right now. I wonder where everybody was tonight. Something big going on the YouTube streets somewhere? Kathy P. The long Sunday night stream from Quee was mostly about BJ. Oh, Sunday night? I must have missed it. I might have seen part of it. Panel of idiots? Yeah. Yeah, I've been, I just started doing it, but doing a little bit of a deep dive into old Brittany, because I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of her perpetual victimhood. And last time I did a deep dive, I had fun with it. There's just a lot with her, and I haven't even gotten that far in it. Oh my God, there's a lot of drama, man. A lot. Whew. We might have to do that in sections, because it's a lot. I saw there were some slurs, and a creator was doxxed. Are you talking about a grannies this morning? With smoke? That dude was lying through his teeth. He wasn't sorry for nothing. I figured everybody would be reviewing that today, so I didn't. Because if you guys want to see that stuff again, I have no problem showing it. I just figure that you see so much of it that you just need a break. Maybe something different. I don't know. You can let me know in the comments. I'll cover what you guys want to see. Watching. Are you talking? Was it Sunday? I'm gonna have to look at it. I thought I was in for a little bit of that Sunday night. I'll go back and check it out. But if I can't sleep, I might come back later tonight, which is already later. But if I don't fall asleep and Forgotten's not popping up, I might pop on. Who knows? And we can go over Betty today. Everybody seems to want to go over Betty. She just did a live while I was live. If not, we'll finish this. Because there's some other locales I want to show you. There's a lot more. And there was more clips I want to show you too. I forgot how long this stuff, I'm not good with the time here. I forget how long this shit really takes. But this is just kicking off our series of the Lolcow Farm, where the Lolcows graze on victims and families. and we'll do a part 2. Like I said, I think I'm going to do it once a week, but what I'm going to do is just do clips, highlighted clips, instead of entire lives. That way I can get in more than one locale, because there's more than one. Oh, you're welcome, Revival. Yeah, it's been crazy on these streets. But I'm going to let you all go. And who knows, I might pop back up here in an hour or two. Because I'm not very tired. And when I don't feel good, I don't sleep. So, but if not, I will definitely be here tomorrow. And we'll finish up and move on to some other locales. But I'll show Betty too. She's one of the top. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you on these YouTube streets. Night all.